Hello everyone, my name is Greg. I'm from St Mary's University in London. So I'll show you a presentation which explains more about my university and general ideas about studying in the UK and studying in London. So I'll show you a PowerPoint and feel free to ask questions like I just said in the chat box on the screen, and then I'll answer them at the end. Okay. So let me just get the presentation open for you. Okay. So yeah, hopefully you can see this as a PowerPoint. So yeah, I'll begin here. So this is our university. So we're based in the southwest side of London. So for those of you who have been to London, you know it's a big city. This will give you a good idea of where we are. So we're in a really nice part of the city. As you can see from this, it's very green. We're by the river. A very nice neighborhood. But it's a very good balance. We've got the university here, very easy to get to the city centre, very easy to get to the airport. And this makes it a good choice for university in terms of London life, but it's not always going to be that crazy. It can be a bit more relaxed at the same time. So for us, satisfaction is very important. So from all the universities in London, we're #1 for course satisfaction and teaching satisfaction. So the students who study with us are very happy with the course and very happy with the high level of teaching that they get on the course. And that also means that employers, businesses, they like our students. So if you see here, it says how highly skilled our students are. So the local employees for businesses, they really want St Mary's students. They've got a great reputation for that. And more about this, I'll talk about later. We've also got a very good reputation for sport. So if you're thinking of doing a sports degree, or if you're doing something academic, say like business or management, but you've got a strong sporting interest, then really think about us. Many of our students, they go into the Olympics, they go into World Championships. So you'll see here that 23 of our students or former students went to Rio when the Olympics were there in 2016. And if just the university were a country, we'd be 25th in the league table. So from all the countries, we'd be almost the same as Canada, just from our university. So we've got a lot of positive things in the world of sport, which again, I'll talk about more a little bit later on. We've got links with all these teams. So some famous ones that I'm sure you'll know, so like Chelsea Football Club, but also from different sports. So from rugby, from basketball, even ballet. These things all kind of feed in to our sports programs. It's possible to get sports scholarships. So if you're extremely good at the sport that you want to specialize in, like good at kind of national level, then it's possible to get some very special types of scholarships. And these are some examples. So from different sports, so football, soccer, running, basketball, netball, taekwondo, so a whole range of sports here. And definitely check out our website. So I can send you this presentation and I can send you links to the website, but you'll see whole campaigns of how we can use our facilities, how we can use our courses to really train athletes to be their best, basically to be at the peak, at the top of their career. So just some examples of the sports facilities. Olympic teams base themselves at the campus, so that kind of shows how good the sports facilities are. And these are some of the clubs that you can join, either for fun, in a kind of social way, more serious way in terms of championships, competitions. So this is something that's true for almost every university in England, in the United Kingdom. These teams and clubs are a big part of the university. They form a big social side. So when you go for nights out, when you make friends, when you have barbecues, when you have social events, a lot of the time it comes from these clubs. But it's not all sport. Definitely not all sport. So there's a lot more to it. So you'll see these are some of the other other social clubs that we have, and it can be related to your course. So for example, it could be a business club, or it could be something that you're just interested in, like film club, fishing club. I think there's even a chocolate club, things like that. So anything that takes your interest, you can make a club, you can make a society for it. And we encourage you to do it. You just need to get 10 friends together that are interested in the same thing. So we have an international student club. But for example, if there are a lot of you from Turkey that want to share Turkish culture together, but also share it with everyone in the university, you could even start a Turkish club. And there's lots of events like this. You'll see in the bottom corner here where all the students get together and there's like a big party on campus to celebrate. So to talk about some of the courses we have, some of the kind of non-sports ones, we've got a very successful business school that has got all these accreditations. So that shows how well respected we are in the business world, which I'll come back to these a little bit later. And these are our main courses. So just take a minute to look at these courses that we have. So business is big, international relations, criminology, psychology, these sports ones, and especially for us, nutrition is extremely popular and successful. Education, so if you want to become a teacher, or if you want to have more of a general education background in schooling, in young adults, have it there. And then also on the more kind of art type side, film, drama, acting, the more kind of cultural side. And if you're at a master's level, if you're postgraduate, a lot of these courses are similar, but our main specialty is international business management, sports programs again, nutrition, diplomacy and international relations, and also some arts ones as well. But feel free to ask me more specific things about these courses at the end, and definitely check out the website. Of course, we'll have a lot of information there. So our main courses here, business management. Students often like to add on finance or add on marketing. And this is a very important thing to see here. The work placements. So quite unique to St. Mary's University, we can find you a work placement. We can find you an internship. For any course that you do at undergraduate level, we'll find you that internship. So you get some work experience, you get some business skills, you get some knowledge, you get to make those connections at the same time that you study. So you don't break your study, you don't extend it, you do it at the same time. So again, I'll tell you more about this as we go on. We've also got marketing and media. So if you're a bit more creative, a bit more of a design side, this one's very popular, communications, media, and marketing. And then on the law side, we've got a standard law, which is LLB. So that would allow you to then later become either a solicitor or a barrister. But we've also got more diplomacy side and criminology, which is becoming more and more popular. And then the more artist side, acting, film, history, theatre, digital media skills. We've got these here too. And then going back to the sports can be just kind of extra thing that you do on top of your course, or it can be your main academic degree, your main academic course. So we've got things like sports coaching, exercise science, strength and conditioning, nutrition, psychology. So you'll see here that anything more medical for us is sports related. Physiotherapy, rehabilitation, psychology, nutrition. So if you're looking more down the medicine side, these are the type of courses that you could really think about doing. And then at master's level, so after your undergraduate, or if you've done university in Turkey and you want to come here for master's level, these are the type of courses we've got: charity management, international business management, sports management, diplomacy and international relations. This one here, human trafficking, is extremely popular and extremely unique. There's not many courses like this. So the movement of people and how this is having an impact on different countries. So especially in some parts of Turkey, we know that this is a big issue. So we do get a lot of interest from Turkey in this kind of program. And then also the law type programs: international business law, international European law. And then the more creative side: novel writing, theatre, journalism, playwriting, very good in the theatre, and public history. And the more sports ones: human nutrition, physiology, nutrition and genetics. So that's like nutrition and DNA all kind of combined together. So again, I can tell you more about these if you've got some specific questions a little bit later on. Also things like rehabilitation, psychology, like mental health psychology, disease management. So again, if it's something a bit more medical, these are the type of programs that you could think about doing. Okay, entry requirements. So for English, IELTS is probably the most accepted one. So most take between 6 and 6.5 for undergraduate and postgraduate level 6.5. Some go up to 7. We also accept these other programs as well. Maybe we'll look at Duolingo, Password, these also, but things like TOEFL, Cambridge, we accept these. And just to give you a more specific idea from Turkey, so our basic entry requirements, these are the minimum. Usually we require a bit more, but we'll look at these as a minimum. So if you're coming straight from high school into our university as a normal year 1 student, we'd expect you to have 60% from your high school transcript. Or maybe at an international school here, so then we need 28 IB points, or if you're doing A-levels, 3 Bs, 3 Cs, something like that. If you're coming to us for postgraduate, we need a GPA of about 2.5 or higher. So that's the same as a 2.2 in the UK. These are flexible. We will look at your complete application. So we will look at your personal statements, we'll look at your teacher's references, we look at all this to see if you're a good student for the university. So I'll tell you a bit more in general about the university and what it's like to live here, what it's like to live in London. So we really hope that students choose the university accommodation options. So it's possible for you to live on the campus. So like I said, it's a very nice campus, very green, very safe. I'll show you some photos shortly. And the price is good. The price starts at a very good level. Maybe you think that London is crazily expensive. It's too expensive because it's London. It doesn't have to be. You'll see these prices here are very, very good for London. They're very good. So you won't really find it much cheaper. And the important thing to think about also is that breakfast and dinner are included. They're included in this price. So you have your room, hopefully on the campus, and then you can get 2 meals a day, breakfast and dinner included. So if you're not good at cooking or you don't like cooking, you don't need to worry about doing that three or 4 times a day. And there's other options also. If you don't want to stay in the university accommodation, you could maybe stay with a local family nearby, or rent privately a room somewhere or an apartment. That'll be a bit more expensive, or find other students to share with. You'll see, oh, sorry, one second. You'll see that we guarantee accommodation for first year students of undergraduate if you apply within the deadline. As much as we can, we try and have that on the campus. But if the campus is full, then we will find you accommodation nearby, somewhere else. So I'll show you some photos now of campus and the local area, just to give you a real feel of what it's like to study here. So this is the main campus we have. You'll see that it's very green. Well, it's white in snow, but it's a very green campus, a very beautiful historic campus also. So I suggest that on the website, you look at the virtual tour. I can send you the link for that. And there you have a big map, and you can hover over and you can click on different rooms, go inside and really see more about the university. So very nice historic buildings to study in and near. It has a really nice feel to it, a very prestigious academic feel to studying it. And the local area, so directly near the university, it's all about the river. So the famous River Thames in London, you'll see here, comes nearby the university. Famous palaces, so from old kings. I don't know if you know Henry VIII, a very famous old king. His palace is just nearby. It's a very wealthy neighborhood. So the university is in a neighborhood called Richmond. It's a very pleasant neighborhood, very green, very safe. And many wealthy people live nearby. So that kind of gives a very comfortable feel to the neighborhood. But then, of course, also, we're in London. So we're in a more quiet suburban part of London, but you can get to central London very, very easily. So it's just 30 minutes from the campus. So 30 minutes from the university to the city centre. Very easy to get there, either directly on a train, or you can get a bus and then the famous underground. So it's very accessible. And then, of course, once you're in London, you have the famous landmarks, London Eye, Big Ben, this we call the Gherkin Tower, Tower Bridge. So you have everything that London has to offer right in the city centre, all the shopping, the restaurants, crazy nightlife if you want that, or the famous tourist attractions. It's very easy to get to, but then you can come home to this neighbourhood, which is much more relaxed and green and safe. So to kind of conclude, why should you think about St Mary's? So we are #1 in London. So from all the universities in London, #1 for how satisfied the students are. So how happy the students are with teaching and course. We're coming out #1 in London. We can guarantee you accommodation for undergraduate if you apply in the deadline. We're in a very safe neighbourhood. So borough means neighbourhood. We're in a very safe area of London, the safest in London. So we know for some students and for some parents, safety is a big issue. So that's important for us. This one here, small, diverse classes. So we try to keep the number of students in the class quite small. So the average ratio is one teacher, so one professor, to about 20 students. And for a university, that's low, and we want to keep it like that. We want the students and the teachers to know each other. We want the students and the professors to like each other, to know the strengths, to know what they're good at, to know what the problems are, to really know how the students can improve. And we think this can be done by having these smaller classes. So maybe you see some huge universities with a whole room, a whole theatre of 300 or 400 students. It's not like that here. It's much more friendly. It's much more direct. So the whole campus has that feel. Yeah, we want you to feel like a valuable student, a valuable person, not just a number. And you can see that throughout the whole campus. So these work placements, very, very important. It's all done for experience, so it's not extra money. It's done at the same time that you study, so you don't need to worry about your visa, you don't need to worry about breaking your study, you don't need to worry about extending your study. It's all integrated as part of your course. So if you're doing a business course, we'll find you a business work placement. If you're doing a sports type course, we'll find you a sports type placement. And we do the hard work. We find the placement for you. Like I said, great sports facilities. Doesn't matter if you're doing those sports for fun or if you're doing it as part of your course, you can take advantage of them. And also importantly here, scholarships. So we really want to keep the university diverse and international. So as much as I can for my job, I would like to support Turkish students with a scholarship. So this it's not a full scholarship, it's a discount scholarship of between 1,500 for a postgrad, for a master's, and 3,000 for an undergraduate. We can maybe sometimes go a bit higher for postgraduate, up to £3,000 or so. And for this, we look at your whole application. We look at your high school transcript or university transcript, your letter of motivation, so your letter of why you want to study here. And we also look at your academic references, your teachers' references, and your experience. But as much as I can, I would like to support you. I'd like to support Turkish students to get the scholarship. So send me an email if you're serious about applying, and then hopefully we can see how we can work with the scholarship. Okay, so just to conclude here, so this is the campus that I showed you at the beginning. We've got the sports facilities here, famous running track, the gym, got accommodation here, so you can live right on the campus. Here, you've got all the different teaching rooms here, a theatre, a multi-faith room, so for every religion is welcome to pray there. Laundrette, and there's even a Starbucks. So there's a Starbucks right here on the campus, looking out onto the running track. So it's very nice. You can have your coffee and cake while you watch people run around the track. And then to get to central London, it's over here. So you can just walk down here, get the train, and go directly there, or get the bus and then the underground. And yeah, this is a very good snapshot of the university. You've got my email address at the bottom of the screen here. I'll put it again in the chat box. So please write down my email address. I can send you more information about courses. I can tell you how to apply. It's very, very easy to apply. And then if you've got more questions in general about life in the UK, I can answer those, or life at the university, I'll answer those also. So I will stop sharing my screen now, 1 second, and I'll come back to here. Okay, so hopefully you can all see me now. Just 1 second. Okay, so I can see some questions here. So Abdullah, you had a question about postgraduate education in foreign languages and international relations. Okay, so in the UK, most postgrad courses are 1 year. So if you come from a master's, it's good. You can do it all in 1 year. So Abdullah, if you take my email address, well, anyone can take my email address, so I'll write it here now. So gregory.barron@stmarys.ac.uk. So if you send me an email and say I'm interested in this course or I want more information about this, then I can definitely send it to you. Samantha, you asked about interdisciplinary studies programs. So do you mean by that doing different courses together? It is possible. So we call it a joint honours. So if you want to do business and some other kind of program to join together, it depends on the course. But yeah, it is possible. So again, maybe Samantha, just send me an email to let me know which courses you are interested in, and we can see if we can join them together. Okay. So do any of you have any more questions, either about life in England, life in the UK? It doesn't need to be about St Mary's. You can ask me more general questions if you want. Or of course, ask about St Mary's also. So feel free to type a question now if you have one. If it's a question about coronavirus and COVID-19 and how it will change, maybe there's some things I can't answer, but yeah, if you have anything specific, I'll try. Abdullah said, have I been to Turkey before? Yes, I've been to Turkey many times. So I try to come maybe 3 times every year. So hopefully I will be in Istanbul and Izmir and Ankara in the autumn. So maybe September, maybe October. I hope to be in Turkey. So I'm more than happy to meet face to face. If some of you want to discuss an application, or if you want me to bring you things about the university, then again, send me an email, and then when I'm in Turkey, hopefully we can arrange a meeting. I should be there now, actually. If the world didn't close because of coronavirus, I should be in Turkey right now. Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm here. But yeah, I hope to be in Turkey in the autumn. Shurab, you said, do we have a preparation course? Yeah. So we have pre-sessional English. So I'll just write this in the chat. Oops, 1 second. Preparation courses. We have pre-sessional English. But yeah, that means maybe you know, but if your English level is just a bit too low, but your academic levels are good, and you need just to get a bit higher, you can come a bit earlier before the start of the course. So either 6 weeks or 10 weeks before, to make sure you get your English level up. Or if your academic level is too low, then it's possible to do a foundation year. But most Turkish students don't do foundation year. If it's just the English, we can do pre-sessional. Okay, so I hope that answered your question. Okay, another question, when do applications start? So applications start right now. So you can apply right now. So they will start in September. Applications close around August. So yeah, if you're still thinking about maybe coming in September, it's possible. So you can apply right now. We hope that September will be normal, that we can have the university open and running in September. So yeah, a question here, will the applications be delayed due to the virus? So right now, hopefully no. We hope that September will start like normal. So if you have the idea of coming to study in September, then apply now. If we delay, then of course we'll let you know. But hopefully right now, we hope for September. So what I suggest, it's free to apply, and there's no obligation just to apply. So if you're considering it, I suggest that you apply, and then if you need to cancel because of the virus or because of something, then you can cancel. And especially if it's before you pay a deposit, then that's possible. Or you can defer. You could defer it. So just right here, it's better to apply now, or really before July, yeah, because we need to get the visa and everything ready. Okay, Samantha, you've got a question here. Okay. Okay, maybe Samantha, if you want to send me that question in an email, because it's quite specific about the English language, sorry, about the English teaching, then I can reply to you in email. Okay, so we teaching courses. Yeah, well, we do PGC, but yeah, Samantha, send me an email. Okay. Are there any other questions that you guys have? Anything that you want to know about London, or about maybe the application process? So it's very easy to apply. You can apply online. Yeah. It's free to apply. Okay. So let me think. Okay, the opportunity to work whilst getting English preparation. Okay, so if you come for a normal degree course, so for an undergraduate degree, because the English preparation is only for if you study. Yeah, it's not a kind of general English course. That's an important thing for me to say. English preparation, it's not an English language course. It's an extra to your degree. Okay, so if you want it just for English, it's not possible. It must be if you have the idea to study business and you need some extra English to get there. Okay, but if you come for a normal degree, you can work. You can work 20 hours a week, maximum 20 hours a week. Okay, so I'll just write that here also, that the English preparation not just language course. It must be for degree program. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'll put our website here. So the website is this. Okay, so it's stmarys.ac.uk, and then you can find here course information. I'd also suggest you look at the virtual tour. So you can see the campus in more detail. And we've got country specific pages, so you can find the country specific page for Turkey. That'll have entry requirements and some of the partners that we work with. So if you need help with the application process, we work with some agents, some education consultants that can help you with that process as well. Okay. So I think, unless there's any more questions, let me just check. Yeah. Okay, there's a question earlier about scholarships. Okay, so I'll write the scholarships here. Scholarships. Undergraduate. Okay, so scholarships, an undergraduate discount, so £3,000 discount off year one, and then postgraduate is 1,500, and maybe 3,000. But again, anything specific, please just send me an email. I think that's the best thing to do. Let's write it again here. Okay. Okay, so I think that's me finished. So I hope that was a useful presentation to explain to you more about my university. And also, a lot of what I said is very general, is very true about other universities in the UK as well. So really think about the type of place that you want to study, type of courses that you want to do. But yeah, definitely feel free to send me any questions. Okay.
Greg, thank you very much for your presentation. It was really beneficial, and I hope that the students are going to get in touch with you by your mail. Thanks for participating.
Okay, no problem. It's been a pleasure. So I hope you all stay safe. And yeah, I hope to meet you all soon.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.